This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. After 2 days of trials, the B3As has named a 51-member team for the CARIFTA Track and Field Championships Easter weekend in St. Kitts. Making up the under-18 girls squad, Brianne Bethel, Denisha Anderson, Charisma Taylor, Sasha Wells, Deja Moss, Andira Ferguson, Serena Brown, Tiffany Hanna, Laquelle Harris, and Taj Dorset. Divine Parker, Dania Freeman, and Brittany Fountain will also travel as a part of the relay pool. Now named to the under-18 boys team, Javon Martin, Jonathan Smith, Bradley Dormius, Ronald Kemp, Tavante Mott, Branson Roll, Benjamin Clark, Holland Martin, Perry Adderley, Dondre Rutherford, Edward Kemp, Travis Ferguson, and Tamar Green. Donovan Storr, Case Poitier, Byron Wilson, and Dwayne Murray will also travel for relay duties. Now the under-20 girls, that's the smallest section with Kiana Albury, Shaquania Dorset, Kalia Albury, Danielle Gibson, and Brashay Wood. Janae Ambrose, Marissa White, and Alexis Gray, they will be a part of the relay pool. As for the under-20 boys, that squad not much bigger with Deidre Clark, Henry DeLuz, Xavier Coakley, Laquan Nairn, Darius Major, Drexel Maycock, and Denzel Pratt. Cliff Reese, Stephen Green, Justin Pinder, and Jordan Minnis, they will travel for relays. Head coach is John Ingram. Doris Roll Ramsey will serve as the team manager.
We indicated earlier that we were going for individual events. We were going with qualifiers, and we did just that. As it relates to our individual event, every athlete that has been named to this team originally, as we stated now, all those that would have qualified in their individual events. Consideration was given, as I said earlier, after much debate by the selection committee, the executive management team, and the membership at large. And considerable debate took place on that. And we ended up, as a result, identifying persons to ensure that the relay teams were strengthened. And, you know, the Bahamas is known for its relays, and with less than 40 days to go to the World Relays, we want to ensure that we maintain our tradition and make sure that the future is bright for track and field in this country by showing our strength in the relays as we continue to grow.
As a former athlete, you know, I grew in the collegiate scene, and I understand what it takes to become a champion. So I lead these kids right now with a lot of energy and determination, and I want to help bring back, motivate them, and bring medals back to the Bahamas.
Our next step is to get them emotionally ready for competition, to endure the rounds of competition and make it through to the finals. All we ask is that they represent the Bahamas, be good ambassadors, be focused, and set goals, and go out there and perform.
You know, we always look to do the best we can. Obviously, you know, CARIFTA is really based on medal counts. We have slipped a few notches. I think last year was the wake-up curve for us, wake-up call for us in a number of areas. And I think the coaches and the athletes and indeed the executives and all heeded the call where we needed to focus on getting our athletes qualified. And while we may not have as many qualifiers in all of the events that we would have liked to, we're satisfied that what we have here is the best that we have to offer under the circumstances. And I'm satisfied that this team will be very, very competitive as we go into CARIFTA.
I see a lot of potential athletes that has the potential to win those gold medals.
Just 2 Bahamians left in the men's NCAA basketball tournament, and they will face each other in the Sweet 16 on Friday. In the round of 32 yesterday, Buddy Heel had 15 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, and a game-saving block as his third-seeded Oklahoma Sooners moved on in the East Regional with a 72-66 win over Dayton. Lou Rawls' Tum Tum Nairn, he had 1 point and 2 assists for 7th-seeded Michigan State as they upset 2nd-seeded Virginia 60-55. Now that game between Oklahoma and Michigan State will be the nightcap on TBS at 10 o'clock on Friday, and the winner will be the favorite to move on to the Final Four, with top seed Villanova also falling over the weekend. Back here at home, the Province Women's Basketball Association was back on court with its best of 3 first-round playoffs on Saturday night at the Donald Davis Gym. In the opener, the defending champs, the career builders Cheetahs, they had their backs against the wall after losing the series opener to the Johnson Truckers last Thursday. The Cheetahs played well early on, but they came out cold in the third quarter, and the Truckers took full advantage. They outscored the Cheetahs 20-9 in the quarter, and they hold on for a 59-55 victory to sweep the series and make sure there will be a new champion. Latoya Roll was big in the win with a game-high 21 points. Suzette McKenzie added 15. In the loss for the Cheetahs, Ruth Ann Sims posted a double-double with 19 points and 13 rebounds. Linda Pierre, she followed with 11 points. The Truckers, they will now move on to the championship to face the winner between the Super Value Sidewalk Queens and the Bomber G Operators. Game 2 in that series also taking place on Saturday, but the result much different. After losing Game 1, the Queens played big in the fourth quarter of Game 2, outscoring the Operators 16-7, and those 9 points ended up being the difference in the ball game as the Queens win 53-44 to tie the series at 1 game all. Renisha Moss had 20 points and 13 rebounds to lead the Queens. Melisha Peterson followed with 14. Tracy Lewis added 11 points and 10 rebounds. The Queens and Operators will play a winner-take-all Game 3 tomorrow night back at the Donald Davis Gym. The Bahamas Flag Football League is underway with its new season, and as Kelsey Johnson tells us, some new rule changes have been implemented.
It's not the game you might have watched last year, where female players just grabbed flags for the down. The once passive sport is now a physical game, which lends to the excitement in the Bahamas Flag Football League.
Well, one of the things that we found out especially from our ladies team, is that they wanted to be more aggressive. They wanted to play on par with the men. And so we made some rule change as far as contact. They can contact further downfield now, and because of that, we're seeing some higher scores from the women.
Charles Johnson, coach of the defending champions in the women's division, the Pink Foxes, likes the new changes made, but knows the other teams are coming to try and take their crown.
The Ravens, they're an excellent squad, and then you got the Lynx who went undefeated in terms of regular season game. So we look forward to playing both of those teams this season. But a lot of the other teams are getting better. So right now, with this in blocking, incorporating this blocking, you don't know what to expect from these teams. And also, we're playing against the clock, so we got running time.
The changes made did not come without hiccups.
Some of the coaches are a little apprehensive, and I think that's just a guy thing. But for the most part, all the teams, the women team, have accepted it, and the players are doing well with it.
Johnson sees this as a step forward in the right direction.
I think the league is progressing. We got sponsorship going on now. It's looking like it's more organized, and it's a hard task in any league and getting play time organized every year. So by far, I must commend the league and the president and Jason Clark. They're doing a wonderful job so far.
There are 10 teams vying for the crown in the women's and men's divisions. Play takes place every Sunday at the Winton Rugby pitch. Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
All right, thanks a lot, Kelsey. Well, the Ministry of Agriculture, Marine Resources and Local Government will sponsor a one-day boat show in honor of well-known boat captain and sloop sailing pioneer Emmett Monroe. The event will take place on Easter Monday, April 6th at the Potterski Dock between the hours of 10 a.m. and 7 p.m.
Our honoree, Captain Emmett Monroe, along with many other local sailors, will be on hand to offer advice on how to tack and maneuver, and will describe the different parts of the sloop. Prizes will be given for the best looking sailing sloop. In continuing my ministry's commitment to support and encourage youth sailing, representatives from the various youth organizations such as the Bahamas National School of Sailing, the C.V. Bethel Senior High School Sailing Club, etc., will be on hand and will be fully engaged. Accordingly, this event will undoubtedly assist in educating those who know very little about sloop and sailing, and it will strengthen the camaraderie within the sailing community and among sailors.
I'm very happy for this honor to be bestowed upon me from the government, the sailors, and it makes me very proud.
And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.